Morning.
My name is Brian Vanderpool, and I'm going to be giving my demonstration on how to properly bake snickerdoodles. All my life, I was really never a big sweets guy, never really a big baked goods guy in general. But snickerdoodles has always been that one exception. I've always had a sweet tooth for snickerdoodles. Before I get into the making of snickerdoodles, I'm going to go to the history of the cookie, a small history of the cookie. Back in the 7th century AD is when sugar was first found and cultivated in the Persian Empire. And through the Muslim invasion of Spain, and then the Crusades, and then the spice trade, sugar spread from Arabia to Northern Europe. And by the end of the 14th century, during the Renaissance, is when baking really became big, and they had many rich recipes for several different cookies. And fast forward to the 16th century, as people started traveling the globe, this type of baking became very popular due to its ability to last for months. Fast forward a little bit to the 17th and 18th century is when it really became a huge controlled profession where they create bakers' guilds, and it was a very long, extensive process to actually become a baker, which I found very interesting. It took years, really, and there was 3 ranks. When you started as an apprentice, the first rank was apprentice, then journeyman, then master baker, and then eventually you became an actual baker. During the 19th century, Industrial Revolution and the bringing of new technology, baking sweet and savory cookies for commercial consumption became huge, but the base ingredients never really changed. It was always flour, sugar, fats such as butter or oil. Looking specifically at the snickerdoodle now, the origin of it is not well known. There's not too much history on the snickerdoodle itself, but the snicker part of the word snickerdoodle, they believe, comes from the Dutch word sneckrad or the German word schnecke, both describing a snail-like shape. Then the doodle part, they speculated was of English origin due to the English people coming up with whimsical, puzzling names for no reason than just the fun of saying your name. So that's kind of how they got the snickerdoodle. All right, moving on to actually how to bake the snickerdoodle. You need to first grab these ingredients to start out. The first ingredient is 1.5 cups of shortening. The next ingredient is 1/2 cup of butter. Next ingredient, you need a 1.5 cup of granulated sugar, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 2 2/3 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon cream tartar, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and for the ingredients for your cinnamon sugar mix, you need to get 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. After you get all the ingredients that you can buy at whatever store you want, Walmart, Beeline, you're gonna bring it back, and the way to mix it can be broken down into 10 easy steps. First, you're gonna preheat your oven to 350 degrees. After that, you're gonna get your butter, your shortening, and your sugar, and you're all gonna mix it in, whether you have a mixer or just in a bowl. You can mix it with your hand. And just a small side note, if you're using a machine, you want to put it on a medium. After that, it's gonna look all fluffy, and then you're gonna beat in the eggs and the vanilla, and it should end up like that. After that, you're gonna add the dry ingredients, one at a time, while continuing to mix together. I usually start with the flour. I do it 1/2 cup at a time, so it doesn't get too dry. I have to beat it by hand, and I just find it easier to do it that way. Once everything is mixed, you can set that aside for right now. After that, once it's set aside, you're gonna get your own separate little bowl, and you're gonna grab the cinnamon and the sugar, and you're gonna put that together to make your cinnamon and sugar mix. After that's done, after you mix the cinnamon and sugar, you're gonna grab your bowl, and you are going to roll the dough into 1 to 1.5 inch balls. You can go forward. Go forward. 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 There you go. 1 to 1.5 inch balls. After that, you're going to roll each ball into the cinnamon and sugar mix, and you're going to place the ball onto a greased cookie sheet. And once you put it in the oven, you're going to bake it from anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. When you pull it out of the oven, it should be a nice golden brown color that is crispy on the outside and just soft on the inside. In conclusion, ever since the 7th century, when cookies first came about, to the present day, they've been a favorite sweet snack all over the world. Ranging from chocolate chip cookies to sugar cookies, peanut butter cookies. But I will always believe and feel deep down inside that the snickerdoodle will always reign supreme overall, all over all the rest of the cookies. Thank you.